My name is Kareem, an Egyptian sound engineer who once worked for an archaeological documentation unit in Assiut. What I'm about to share happened in 2021, and I've never been the same since. We were documenting a newly discovered underground Pharaonic Temple. The place was suffocatingly dark, even with high-powered lighting. The walls were covered with symbols that looked more like occult scripts than religious carvings. But what caught my attention was passage 7. It was narrower, unnaturally cold, as if it had its own climate, while the rest of the temple was burning hot. I entered with my colleague Hassan, who carried the flashlight. As we walked deeper, we found a sealed stone coffin, and then the flashlight died. 1 minute later, it turned back on, but Hassan was on the floor, eyes wide open, motionless. I screamed his name, only to hear a whisper behind me, not in any language I knew, but it felt like a command. I turned, no one was there. I ran to get help. When I came back, Hassan was conscious, but changed. His eyes had turned gray, like he was blind, and in a voice that wasn't his, he said, "You entered. Now you must finish it. What has begun cannot be undone." What followed was unexplainable. Everyone who entered passage 7 either went mad or never spoke again. Electrical equipment would always fail inside. It felt like something would shut the door behind you the moment you entered. One day, I returned, alone, with a manual battery-powered camera. I reached the end of the passage and found a sealed stone door with a hieroglyphic warning. "He who opens me shall see what must not be seen. He who hears will never forget." I forced the door open, and inside was a circular chamber. At its center stood a massive statue, not human. 4 arms, a single eye, etchings on the walls in a language not of this earth. As I stepped closer, the statue moved. It whispered to me, "Every soul that entered never left. But you're different. You carry the voice of return." The ground began to shake. The room started collapsing. I ran. The walls lit up with glowing hieroglyphs, as if guiding me to the exit. I barely made it out before the temple seal shut behind me. I had been inside for 2 hours, but outside 3 full days had passed. Hassan is still recovering, slowly. Passage 7 was officially sealed, with officials citing unstable ground. But the truth, I still hear the whispers at night, and I still dream of that statue, saying, "You returned, but it's not over."